All right, guys, welcome back to part 2 of the ported and polished and milled head. I got it all on the bike, everything squared away. Jetting. Now, jetting is weird, and when I say really weird, I'm running a 38 Pilot, which is, pretty typical of people who've done this, like Oddball Performance. However, for this not to lean bog, I had to put a 175 main jet in, and I have the needle lowered one clip. So it's one clip from the bottom, or one clip from the top of the needle. So it has one more clip to go lower with a 175 in. Now, I don't have a 170, I don't have a 172, or even a 165. I've tried a 160, and I don't have anything slightly bigger than a 175 besides a 185. When I went to 185, it was too rich and gave me a rich bog. So this is as close as I can get it for now. I will be ordering more jets here that'll be here this week, but it's running pretty damn good, and I'll show you guys that here on the road in a second. But can we just appreciate how well that this setup looks? Like, it just looks really nice on the bike. And again, if you do this with this intake, you have to get it port matched. You can't just bolt it onto the bike. You have to get it port matched from your carb to that intake. It is very important you do that, or else it's going to be a major restriction. Now, I don't know if, because I have a shorter intake, that's the reason why I'm running such a big main jet. Maybe you guys could tell me below, but I have not found anyone else who is running that big of a main jet in these bikes. And it was just a simple port and polish by Lansdowne Family Racing, and he did a phenomenal job. Go check out the last video if you wanted to see an in-depth check out his ports and the combustion chamber. It looks freaking awesome. Link in this video as well to his Facebook if you guys want to get this done to your head. Now, he did not mill the head because apparently one of his customers had valve-to-piston contact, and I'm assuming that he milled it 40 thousandths, and for whatever reason, maybe the customer changed something else and got valve-to-piston contact. Well, I went into a machine shop and milled mine 30 thousandths. I have still plenty of clearance. I even bought the CSC TT250 gasket that's even thinner than the one that I have on there. For when I do the cam, I'm going to put that one on there to get a little bump more in compression. But the compression is really, really high. I haven't done a compression test yet. The motor's still breaking in. I'll do one, probably the next oil change, the next 100 miles. I have almost 400 miles on it. I'll probably do it at 500 miles. I'll do an oil change, a compression test, just to see how everything is going. But, another thing I forgot to mention to change, I changed my spark plug cap. And because, the E3 that I'm running is a resistor plug, and this was also a resistor cap, and as forth by Total Noob Fishing told me that you should not run both the resistor cap and the resistor plug. Now, I wasn't familiar with that, but with a little online research, I learned that's not, you probably shouldn't run both resistors because it can screw up your CDI, apparently, long term. So he's advice. I got a non-resistor NGK cap, put that on the bike. It's really nice. It's a little tight fit. I think I'm going to get a longer spark plug wire there, but it's good for now. It's not melting. It's not doing anything. The bike's running pretty good. And I'll do a little cold start for you guys. As you can see, I haven't ridden it in maybe 6-7 hours today. So it's completely cold, completely cooled down, not warm at all. And the jetting is perfect because I don't even need choke to start it. I can just start it and let it idle. I can't rev it at all, but I can let it idle, let it warm up, and then I can rev it after it warms up. So here is the cold start on the ported, polished, and milled head. Look at that. Completely cold. I didn't touch anything. Now, the RPMs will raise a little bit when the bike warms up to about 1800 RPMs. This is the perfect setting for it. And you just let it sit here and idle. It doesn't sound all that different right now, but when we start driving it, you guys will hear that it sounds a world different. It does not sound like the same bike that I did before I did all the head work. So I'm gonna let this thing warm up, and then we'll go outside and we'll take it for a rip, and I'll show you guys what it does. All right, guys. So have a new mic set up. I have the wind canceller in the helmet. I have a foam pad on it. I'm praying to God that it's working, and well, I guess we'll see when I'm editing the video. But I'm hoping that this is a good microphone setup for while I'm riding, and hopefully maybe starting moto vlogs. But I'm gonna let the bike warm up a little bit more, and then I'll take you guys around to a couple spots, up a couple of hills, just to see how the bike performs. But already you can hear the tone difference. Like, the tone difference is immense, and I couldn't believe the noises it makes now. So one of the things I've noticed when you do this, given the added compression, I'm assuming it's mainly the compression from milling the head, you're going to get a little extra vibration in the bike. So it's not a lot, but it's a little extra vibration that you'll notice. And I've noticed at lower RPMs, like high gear, low RPMs, I'll get a vibration in something behind the headlight. I'm assuming it's just a wire connector hitting up against something metal, or another piece of plastic just vibrating around. But I'll dive into that one day later. I don't know if you'll be able to hear it or not in the video, but it's not as bad as what you might think. So we're gonna head this way, and there's a big hill up over here, and I want to show you guys that this thing can maintain a rather big hill, and it doesn't struggle at all. And that's probably the greatest thing about doing this, about porting the head and milling it, is that added power it gives you. Like that extra bit of power that it gives you is insane. Now, top speed, I'll do a top speed run in this video. However, disclaimer, the jet that I have in here I think is a little rich still, because I was getting a rich bog a little bit ago before I adjusted the needle back to where I have it at now. So I believe I need a slightly smaller than a 175 in this, in the carburetor. So I ordered those, and we'll see how those do. So that could change top speed wise. I noticed the climb is a little slow top end, but check this out. I'll do 50 up this hill, and it won't bog down at all. Now this isn't too extreme of a hill, but I want to show you this. It does nothing. Like, I can hold at the same pace of throttle, and it's not struggling at all. I could probably do about 60 up this hill, and it wouldn't struggle. Like, I have not twisted the throttle any more than what it's been at. Maintains an easy 50 without even trying. It's insane. Alright guys, so here at the top of the hill, I'm going to turn around, I'm going to do a top speed run for you guys, and we'll see what we can get. Usually, I've gotten around 68 down this hill normally, 69 on a good day. Let's see what we can do here. So as you guys saw, 68, 69, back and forth, and that's kind of what it was before I did all the work. However, I did not change gear, and that's very important to notice. What I have noticed, getting up there is a lot faster. The acceleration on this is very immense, and I love it. So I'm probably going to drop 2 teeth in the rear. I'm at a 17 front, 42 tooth rear. We're going to drop to a 40, and that's probably going to put us around, I'm hoping 72 2 miles an hour top speed, but again, we'll see what that's like. Alright, so up ahead here is the steepest hill that I could find around, alright? So we're going to see how it does in 5th gear if we have to downshift into 4th. I'm not surprised. Again, this is a very steep hill up around the turn here. I assume that not many dual sports can climb this hill while staying in their top gear. So let's see what we can do. Oh yeah, look at this, no problem. So, I mean, look, I went up that hill at 50 miles an hour consistently. It dropped down to 48 at one point. Power band picked right back up. I was at about 3/4 to full throttle to get up that hill, but you can get up that hill in 5th gear with a 1742, and that's absolutely amazing, I think. For example, here, following behind cars. Cars will typically go 40 miles an hour on these back roads. And you can just sit in 5th gear, you can bog her down, and whenever you need power, you can just pass her on by. Like, the power's there, you can do whatever you want with it. And another thing I noticed, I don't know if you guys can notice, but the bike's louder. It is louder. A good bit louder. Not as much as that I was expecting with this exhaust, because before it was at a perfect noise level. Now it's a little loud. It's a little obnoxious. So something to keep in mind if you want the power and if you want the quietness. It's something to think about, you know. But yeah, look, no problem going up hills doing 45. Absolutely not. I would honestly compare this to a Honda CRF 250L. I would compare that to that. I've ridden a buddy of mine's. Obviously, it's faster. It has more power, but the feeling of going up hills is about the same. So I wanna again capitalize on that now you can go up hills effortlessly with a high gear. I don't know what it's gonna be when I swap the 2 teeth lower in the. Oh, squirrel! Don't do it! Oh! We almost nailed him. But what I was saying is, I don't know if it'll still go up hills effortlessly, dropping 2 teeth in the rear. But that's for another video. I think I'm gonna circle back around here to the same road we did 0 to 60s on the E3 plug, and we're gonna do one on this again. I'm not done jetting, so don't judge the numbers. However, I do believe they will be faster. I'm hoping for like a 1.5 seconds off. That's what I'm hoping for. But again, we will see. So as you can see, I have my turn signal on. And honestly, when I did the beeper mod, I think I put too much foam and too much electrical tape. I can't even hear it riding the bike at all, like none. I can't hear it one bit, like, oh, I left it on and I had no idea. So I think I'm gonna take some of that stuff out, just enough so I can hear it while I'm riding. Because I've already left it on after turning, and it's kind of annoying because I realized, oh, I've been riding 5 miles with my beeper, with my turn signal on. Alright, so we're gonna do 0 to 60 here, guys. I'll put again, I'll do when to start and stop, and let's see what the time is. So, I hit 60 in 4th gear. I didn't even need to shift into 5th. I hit 60 at 8,000 RPMs in 4th gear. That's pretty good. Now my start was a little bad, so sorry. The bike actually lifted a little bit, and it kind of scared me. So I throttled it a little bit just so I wouldn't lift it. I'm gonna have to get better with that, and obviously that time will probably change with the jetting. Alright guys, so I'm going to leave you here. This is where I ended my first video, and this is, I feel, an appropriate place to end this video here. So I want to thank you guys for watching, and please subscribe and like the video, and let me know if you have anything you want to know in the comments below, if I can help you out with anything, if you have one of these bikes, if you want to have one of these bikes, suggestions, anything really. I would love to hear from you guys. It's always nice replying to comments. I always try to reply to every single comment. I love you guys, and I'll catch you guys later.